How do you set up a moth cage? If you are curious about how to set up a moth cage, you are in for a treat. This process is essential for successful moth breeding and plays a role in insect conservation efforts. Let's break down the steps to create the perfect environment for your moths. First, choose a cage made from fine mesh or plastic-coated hardware cloth. The holes should be about 1/2 inch wide. This design allows for good air circulation while preventing the moths from escaping. The cage can be cylindrical or rectangular, but make sure it has a secure top and bottom. You can use plastic plant saucers as stable bases to keep everything in place. Next, consider the size of your cage. It should be spacious enough for adult moths to spread their wings and move freely. This space is vital for their mating behavior. When you are ready to introduce moths, place a female inside the cage. Allow a male to enter or mate through the mesh. Moths typically mate at night, so it is best to leave them undisturbed in darkness for a day or two. After mating, promptly releases the male to reduce stress. Once the female has mated, she can stay in the cage to lay eggs. Moths usually lay their eggs on the cage walls or on fresh cuttings of their host plants. To ensure the eggs have a good environment, insert fresh cuttings of the host plant in water-filled bottles or cans inside the cage. This keeps them fresh for egg laying and provides food for the caterpillars once they hatch. Speaking of hatching, after about 1 week, the tiny caterpillars will emerge. It is important to transfer them carefully onto fresh leaves to feed. Be gentle during this process to avoid crushing the delicate caterpillars. Maintaining the right environmental conditions is also key. Keep the humidity moderate by misting the cage or substrate regularly. This prevents drying out, which can harm pupae and young moths. The temperature should be around room temperature, approximately 20 degrees Celsius, for optimal development. A light cycle of about 14 hours encourages faster growth. Shorter cycles may cause the moths to enter a dormant state. For the caterpillars to pupate, use a moist substrate like eco-earth, soil, or moss at the bottom of the cage. Mist this substrate daily to maintain moisture, which is critical for healthy wing development in emerging moths. To prevent escape, keep any pupation containers inside a larger bin or secure cage. By setting up a moth cage properly, you contribute to insect conservation and breeding programs. This careful setup supports the life cycle of moths, ensuring healthy populations that play important roles in their ecosystems. With attention to their needs, you can help maintain biodiversity and ecological balance.